Awaken your spirit, chosen ones. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to glow brighter, draw more attention, and become increasingly captivating as time passes? They don't show off, yet they naturally stand out. They don't speak much, but everyone pays attention. It's almost as if an unseen force makes them irresistible. Have you ever thought about what's behind this phenomenon? It's like the universe has selected these individuals and enveloped them in a mysterious aura that others can't help but be attracted to. The interesting part? Most people find it puzzling. Now, don't jump to conclusions thinking it's some miraculous skincare regimen or a secret to charm. It goes far beyond that. Visualize the curiosity, the whispers, the sideways glances, as people try to decipher the intriguing change happening right in front of them. They struggle to comprehend what's unfolding, and honestly, there's a hint of jealousy. After all, who wouldn't want a touch of that magnetism? However, here's the crucial point. This allure isn't something you can simply put on. So stick around, because we're about to explore why these chosen ones seem to become effortlessly more appealing, and yes, perhaps a little playfully intriguing. What's their secret, and why can't everyone grasp it? Let's uncover the truth behind this situation, and you might recognize some signs in yourself. First, those who manipulate turn their tactics into a megaphone. When people shift the narrative to portray you as the villain in their story, they often overlook one vital fact. The truth remains unchanged, no matter how much they wish it would. They may distort details, spread falsehoods, and attempt to paint you negatively. But regardless of how hard they push their agenda, reality has a way of revealing itself. The inconvenient truth about lies is that they require constant upkeep. One misstep or forgotten fact can cause the entire tale to unravel. God sees everything from the start, and when the moment is right, He allows their version of events to collapse under its own weight. You don't need to defend yourself or prove what's real because the truth is unyielding. It doesn't waver based on others' perceptions. All those misleading claims and distorted narratives become a fragile structure, and with just a slight push from reality, they can all come crashing down. As their story disintegrates, people will start noticing the inconsistencies. The things they said about you no longer add up. The image they tried to create of you is no longer what others perceive. Those who once bought into their narrative begin to question everything. The truth starts to emerge on its own, requiring no defense or justification from you, and that's where its power lies. The truth is unwavering. It remains strong without needing validation. Witnessing the truth come to light is like observing a tide gradually coming in, effortlessly erasing every part of the sandcastle built on falsehoods. In that moment, they stand bare, stripped of any fabricated stories to hide behind. The reality they worked so hard to conceal is now visible to all, showcasing that despite their attempts to manipulate the narrative, the truth ultimately prevails. Next, let's consider the quiet power of divine timing. It operates in silence yet with precision, like a clock ticking away in the background, only audible to God. Those who oppose you often misinterpret this silence as a lack of action, mistakenly believing their plots have gone unnoticed, or even worse, sanctioned. But this stillness isn't accidental. It's God orchestrating a much more significant revelation than they could have anticipated. While they go about their lives feeling invincible, their overconfidence blinds them to the reality that every move they make is being carefully noted, right down to the smallest detail. They assume they can act without repercussions, accumulating offenses as if their status makes them immune. However, divine timing is at work, operating on a schedule beyond their imagination. God patiently allows them to dig themselves deeper, waiting until they feel the most secure in their actions. Then, when the moment is just right, God intervenes. There's no warning or slow descent. It's an immediate and undeniable shift that leaves them no time to hide their tracks or feign innocence. Suddenly, their deeds are out in the open for everyone to see, and they find themselves vulnerable with no way to deny their actions. The silence they once felt protected by transforms into a heavy burden, a stark reminder of their miscalculation. They thought they could outsmart divine justice, but God was simply letting time pass until everything was aligned. And the irony is that they were too busy celebrating their seeming triumph to recognize the trap closing in on them. As the pressure around them tightens, a divine timing orchestrated by God ensures the ultimate impact, delivering a justice so profound that it leaves no possibility for escape and forces them to confront the consequences of their actions. Next, think about turning your struggles into public recognition. Every challenge you've faced and every moment your adversaries attempted to bring you down is about to be transformed into something remarkable. God doesn't waste your suffering. Instead, He builds it into the very foundation of your public honor. Each obstacle becomes a stepping stone, and every setback provides support for the grand structure of your eventual celebration. Your journey is not just a collection of unfortunate events, it's a carefully crafted masterpiece of resilience and strength. When you rise from the ashes of pain, you don't simply bounce back, you evolve into something far more powerful than before. Every insult and attempt to undermine you adds to the richness of your ultimate victory. This isn't just a tale of returning from defeat, it's a profound transformation. You are not the same person who faced those hardships. You are now a stronger, more determined individual, equipped with wisdom and insights gained solely from weathering the storm. As you step into the recognition you've earned, your adversaries will witness the fruits of their efforts to discredit you. What they believed were weapons to hurt you will instead serve as tools for your triumph. They thought they could break you, but unwittingly, they have shaped you into a symbol of strength and endurance. Your journey inspires others, proving that even the darkest times can give rise to the brightest victories. This transformation isn't just for your benefit, it resonates with everyone who has faced their own struggles. Your story stands as a beacon of hope, illustrating that pain can lead to purpose and that every challenge can culminate in honor. As the world watches you rise, they don't merely see your victory, they witness the incredible journey that brought you here. A journey that confirms that nothing can define you except your resilience. In this moment, your suffering transforms into public honor, and every gaze that once looked down at you will now be compelled to recognize your strength. Recognizing the strength of your transformation, number 4, their darkness will lead to their downfall. The negative traits within your adversaries are not just a hidden aspect of their character, they symbolize their inevitable failure. They operate under the illusion that their schemes, deceit, and manipulation can remain concealed from others. However, the reality is that when divine forces act, they don't only deliver justice, they expose that darkness for all to see. Each selfish deed, every betrayal, and every attempt to undermine you becomes fuel for their own ruin. They hide in the shadows, feeling powerful and believing they can manipulate others and outcomes without facing any repercussions. Yet, while they accumulate resentment and envy in secret, they are oblivious to the fact that each addition will eventually return to haunt them, often in unexpected ways. God doesn't need to impose external punishment. Their own actions plant the seeds of their demise. The darkness they hide emerges into the light, stark and unavoidable. When this exposure occurs, it is unmistakable. Everyone around them, people they may have deceived or swayed, witnesses their true intentions, as the charm and lies they once relied on come crashing down, stripping away their carefully constructed facades. Suddenly, they find themselves losing control of the narrative. Their hidden actions become the very traits that define them. The power they believed they possessed disintegrates as their darkness overtakes them, leaving them scrambling to rationalize what is now undeniable. Ultimately, their downfall is not merely poetic justice. It's a trap of their own making. Divine justice is accurate, allowing their actions to serve as their own judgment. As the truth is revealed to everyone, they confront the stark reality they have created for themselves. Number 5, the unavoidable power shift. When divine intervention occurs, it's not just a moment of reckoning for your enemies. It signals a dramatic change in the power dynamics at play. They may have paraded around with an exaggerated sense of authority, convinced that their manipulations had secured them a lasting dominance. However, the moment divine forces intervene, that illusion crumbles instantly. The ground they have stood upon begins to shake, and suddenly, the power they thought they held dissipates in an instant. This creates a complete transformation. This shift transforms the landscape of power and influence, It's not merely a change in circumstances, but a complete restructuring of relationships. Those who once felt invulnerable and untouchable now find themselves on unstable ground, facing the reality that their hold on authority has been dismantled. What they perceived as a firm grip on power proves to be an illusion, easily swept away by a greater force. In that moment, everyone around them recognizes the truth. The dynamics have changed, and they can no longer dictate the narrative or the results of their decisions. This transformation carries significant ramifications. Your adversaries are no longer the masterminds behind your struggles. Instead, they have become the architects of their own demise. The power dynamic doesn't just alter, it shifts in a way that leaves an indelible mark. Those who attempted to manipulate, intimidate, or belittle you must now confront the fallout of their choices. The landscape has been permanently changed, and they are left to grapple with the consequences while you step into the space that has opened up for you. What's truly remarkable is that this change is not fleeting. It creates a new order. Their previous influence is replaced by a recognition of your strength and resilience. The world witnesses this divine reorganization, serving as a powerful reminder that true justice is never beyond reach. The power they once wielded has vanished, replaced by an unmistakable acknowledgement of your rightful place in the narrative. Their decline will be revealed publicly. Real humiliation happens not in private, but where everyone can see. When justice is served, it isn't subtle or discreet. It's broadcasted in plain sight. Those who wronged you, who tried to undermine or control you, have often constructed lives built on a false image, carefully curating how others perceive them, as powerful, trustworthy, or admirable. However, when a higher power intervenes, that image doesn't just crack, it shatters entirely, exposing the truth for all to see. For individuals who relied on their reputation as a shield, this kind of revelation is a rude awakening. They have invested so much effort in crafting an image for others' admiration or fear that their exposure is devastating. Some may have believed they were untouchable, convinced they had deceived everyone around them. However, when their actions come to light, that carefully crafted persona vanishes, revealing it to be nothing more than a facade. In this moment, they lose the protective barrier of public perception. The individuals they sought to impress or manipulate now witness their shortcomings and betrayals firsthand. There's no space left for justifications or convenient narratives to hide behind. Their once formidable power becomes as delicate as glass. This type of public reckoning is unique. It goes beyond simply proving a point. It's about bringing the truth to the forefront, allowing friends, family, and colleagues to see exactly who they really are. In this exposure, it's clear that God isn't just holding them accountable. He's sending a message that no disguise, no falsehood, and no illusion can endure indefinitely. What they cherished most, their reputation, turns into the very thing that disintegrates before the eyes of the world. Witnessing this exposure reflects their own heart. God possesses an incredible ability to deliver justice in a way that not only addresses the misdeeds of adversaries, but also reveals the true essence of their character. This isn't a universal punishment, but a targeted and personal reckoning that mirrors their intentions. When their plans unravel, it's as if the universe holds up a mirror, displaying their true nature and all they have done. As their schemes fall apart, the malicious motivations behind their actions become unmistakable, laid bare for everyone to observe. This exposure doesn't merely highlight their actions, it uncovers the driving forces behind them. Were they motivated by jealousy? Did they act out of spite or a longing for control? God's justice illuminates their inner darkness, leaving no space for excuses or rationalizations. At that point, the truth is undeniable, and the carefully constructed facades disintegrate. For those witnessing this, it's not solely about seeing someone face consequences. It represents a moment of revelation for everyone involved. Friends, family, and bystanders who may have been confused about the situation are now presented with an intimate view of the repercussions of betrayal and malevolence. It's a chilling yet enlightening experience as they comprehend the depths of deceit and malice that can exist in a person. This divine exposure serves as a significant reminder that our true selves will inevitably be revealed. Our actions reveal who we really are. God's justice isn't merely an idea, it's something real that can be observed, understood, and felt. In this revelation, your adversaries come to a clear understanding. They have not only been held accountable for their behaviors, but have also had their true natures exposed for everyone to see. Your experience becomes a lesson for others. When justice is served, it's not only your triumph, it transforms into a powerful teaching moment that resonates beyond the immediate situation. Those who remained silent or even aided those who attempted to bring you down are no longer mere bystanders. They must confront the undeniable reality that every action has consequences, even for just turning a blind eye. Your story serves as a vivid example of what occurs when someone tries to manipulate, betray, or undermine. This isn't about revenge, it's about revelation. It illustrates to those around you that divine justice is not an abstract notion, it's real and exact. Your journey, the struggles you endured, and the patience you exhibited become proof that dispels any doubts about who truly wields power. People begin to realize that every decision, every silent endorsement, and every act of complicity carries a price. This message extends beyond those who directly wronged you. It's a wake-up call for anyone who thought they could escape judgment or supported others in their wrongdoing. In this way, your story establishes a new standard, serving as a serious warning that transcends your immediate circle. People are compelled to reflect on their choices and the alliances they form. The justice you experience evolves from a personal victory into a public lesson, a sign of divine retribution that leaves a lasting mark. As you move forward, you're not just someone who overcame hardship, you're a beacon of truth, showing that no act of wrongdoing goes unnoticed and no injustice remains unresolved. Witnessing the cracks in your enemy's armor isn't just an instant spectacle. It's akin to observing a slow-motion disaster that everyone can witness. God doesn't simply pull the rug out from under them with a single gesture. Instead, He orchestrates a series of events that reveal their decline. A slow reveal that leaves them racing to keep up appearances as their foundation crumbles away is like witnessing someone trying to support a perfectly intact building made of toothpicks and marshmallows. No matter how diligently they strive to hold it together, everyone can see it's only a matter of time before it all collapses. As the carefully crafted facade starts to crack, the situation becomes both heartbreaking and somewhat amusing. You can see them sweating bullets, desperately trying to maintain a brave smile while their insides twist with anxiety. It's the kind of scene that could inspire a sitcom. Friends and foes alike gather to watch this gradual downfall, and what a spectacle it is. People lean in, popcorn in hand, eager for the next act of this dramatic display. Every misstep they make adds a new chapter to this unfolding story. With each effort to uphold their illusion, they inadvertently reveal more of their true selves. The allies who once stood solidly by their side begin to pull away, realizing they don't want to be caught in the fallout when the whole charade inevitably crumbles. The embarrassment isn't just a fleeting moment, it stretches on, giving everyone plenty of time to see the genuine effects of their actions. By the time their facade finally collapses, the truth about who they really are behind the scenes is clear to all. While it's disheartening to witness someone fall from grace, there's a peculiar sense of satisfaction in observing that their attempts at deception have failed so dramatically. They aimed to control the narrative, but have ended up as the punchline in a cosmic joke, one that serves as a reminder to everyone that the truth always manages to shine through, no matter how much effort is put into hiding it. As for God's celebration, it is truly unlike anything you've ever experienced. It's not merely about receiving something back or proving a point. It's a deeply personal blessing so intricately crafted that it feels custom-made for your journey. When God delivers rewards, they are far beyond what anyone could envision, tailored specifically for you and addressing needs and dreams you may have set aside or even forgotten. This moment signifies a complete reversal, where everything comes full circle. It feels almost unreal that this situation isn't about putting on a show for the public or merely defeating your rivals. The blessings that come are much deeper. They heal, renew, and empower you in ways you never realized you needed. It serves as a gentle yet undeniable reminder that every challenge, every setback, and every ounce of God's unique touch has a purpose. What's most remarkable about these rewards is how they distinctly carry God's mark. You can sense it in every little aspect, almost as if it was tailor-made for you. There's a deep satisfaction in knowing that no one else could have orchestrated it in this particular way. The timing, the form it takes, and the serenity it provides all point back to the divine source. This isn't just some form of payment for your troubles. It's a joyful acknowledgement of your worth, revitalizing your spirit and restoring what you thought was lost in ways beyond human comprehension. When it happens, you're filled with a profound, quiet joy that doesn't require validation from anyone else, because you understand it was crafted by something greater. Now, regarding the envy of others, God doesn't merely highlight the actions of your adversaries. He digs deeper, unveiling the very motives that fueled their hostility. When divine justice occurs, it pulls back the curtain on their jealousy, making it painfully apparent to everyone around. What used to be hidden resentment is now out in the open, stripping away any illusions they might have held. This revelation isn't just about exposing their wrongdoings. It shines a light on the true origin of their malice, the envy festering in their hearts. As this jealousy is brought into the open, it becomes clear that their animosity was never truly about you. Rather, it mirrors their own insecurities, shortcomings, and the darkness they refuse to acknowledge within. God's justice highlights that their issue was never your triumph or your value, but rather their struggle to face their own feelings of inadequacy. This realization completely shifts the narrative, redirecting the spotlight from you to them, where it rightfully belongs. The embarrassment they experience isn't just a consequence of their actions, it exposes the motivations that fueled them. Everyone observes how envy can warp a person's judgment, leading them down a bitter path of hostility, while those who once cast judgment now become the subject of scrutiny themselves. People are now having to confront the uncomfortable truth that their real problems stem from within themselves. This serves as a cautionary tale, highlighting the risks of allowing jealousy to dictate one's actions. Just like a magnifying glass focuses sunlight, divine justice amplifies their true intentions until they can't hide from view. Friends, colleagues, and even casual observers begin to notice the flaws in their character, realizing that what they projected onto you was actually a reflection of their own internal conflicts. As this realization dawns, the situation shifts in your favor, leaving those who sought to harm you exposed and dealing with the consequences of their own envy. They aimed to pull you down, but instead, they've revealed their true selves to the world. A stark reminder that envy, in all its ugliness, reveals far more about the person consumed by it than the one envied. Your calmness was their downfall. Your patience wasn't a sign of weakness, it was the trap they never anticipated. While your enemies took advantage of your silence, believing you to be vulnerable and easily dismissed, they failed to see that you were allowing them to expose their true selves. Their eagerness led them to confuse your quiet demeanor for defeat, thinking they could continue to manipulate and undermine you without repercussions. However, they were mistaken. Your calmness was strategic, providing a space for them to dig deeper and unveil their real motivations without your interference. As they pushed further, they became bolder, completely unaware that you were quietly observing, letting them set the stage for their own downfall. Often, this is how things unfold. Your stillness becomes the very thing that reveals those who oppose you. The more they act, the clearer their motives become. In their overreach, they inadvertently built a case against themselves, one that required no defense from you. Your restraint turned out to be their snare, and they walked right into it, oblivious to the trap. When the moment arrives for the truth to be revealed, it's irrefutable. They cannot go back, undo their actions, or erase the negative perceptions they've created in the eyes of others. Your silence transforms into a spotlight, illuminating their wrongdoings without giving them a chance to twist the narrative. Their own actions narrate the story. Louder than any words or actions, your patience ultimately proved to be far more impactful than any quick response could have been. You didn't need to demonstrate anything. Their actions revealed everything. When the truth is allowed to come to light, it becomes crystal clear that they believed they were gaining the upper hand, but in reality, they were only ensnaring themselves in the very trap you might have set for them. Those who are chosen often emerge as guiding lights for those who feel lost. They offer clarity to people sailing through uncertain waters and embody a sense of hope and potential, guiding those searching for their own path. This role of mentorship develops naturally through their lifestyle and their willingness to share their journeys and insights. People drawn to them frequently notice how deeply they listen, how genuinely they empathize, and how their wisdom feels profound and well-earned. These chosen ones create a community of seekers, individuals eager to map out their own purposes. Together, they foster an environment buzzing with growth, inspiration, and mutual support. This bond allows for connections that go deeper than mere surface-level interactions, enabling meaningful conversations about life, dreams, and aspirations. In a world where many pursue fleeting trends, these individuals shine as true embodiments of authenticity and purpose, guiding others toward a more significant and fulfilling life. Their presence reminds us that real satisfaction stems not from popularity, but from living in harmony with our core values and passions. Their commitment to purpose not only captivates those around them, but also encourages a shared journey toward understanding and self-discovery, amidst a landscape that often prioritizes shallow connections and temporary validation. In stark contrast, these chosen ones present themselves as remarkable figures of depth, resilience, and intention. Their unyielding ability to forgive, their seamless connection to nature and the universe, and their steadfast dedication to fulfilling their unique purpose create an inspiring aura. They remind us that genuine strength comes not from vying for attention or status, but from the courage to embrace our uniqueness and stand firmly in our truth. As they navigate life's challenges with grace and compassion, they leave behind a trail of hope. The chosen ones welcome others to join them on their personal journeys of self-discovery and growth. Their presence is a strong reminder of our ability to change, overcome challenges, and form meaningful connections based on authenticity and empathy. As they move forward, they leave behind a trail of hope, encouraging us to seek purpose and nurture the inner strength that exists within each of us. What makes the chosen ones fascinating isn't just their remarkable traits, it's their gift for motivating others to chase their own paths with equal passion and determination. They act like lighthouses in a sometimes chaotic world, guiding lost individuals towards the shores of self-awareness, fulfillment, and true connection. In a society that often prioritizes external approval, they show us the importance of living for something bigger than ourselves. By embracing our uniqueness and pursuing a purpose-driven life, we can harness the same extraordinary energy that defines the chosen ones, creating a ripple effect that inspires others to embark on their own transformative journeys. In this collective search for meaning, we uncover the true essence of humanity, lighting the way for future generations. If you've enjoyed exploring the remarkable world of the chosen ones and want to dive deeper into more inspiring insights and uplifting content, remember to click that subscribe button. Join our vibrant community where we celebrate purpose, resilience, and all the wonderful moments life brings. Your path to deeper understanding and connection begins here. And trust us, you won't want to miss out on anything. Let's take this journey together.